Damn, you never talked about that. So you used to not take care of your mom, but you used to help her out around the house with little odds and ends, phone bills, groceries.
Yeah.
And the day that stopped, you get kicked out.
Man, on my pops, man. And
did you tell her how that affected you?
Not really, but now I'm maturing, and I forgive her, but I don't understand, but I do understand how your first kid, probably not ready in the situation, didn't come out really good, the dad ended up going to jail. So it's kind of, I understand like the burden thing. You kind of get what I'm saying? So how I was able to forgive her is, she was frustrated, how I felt. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I used to help her out, you know what I'm saying? Or, whatever I could, and still to this day, if you this type of person, it's never enough. You know what I mean? If you buy a Honda, you could have bought a Benz, because if you got a Benz, then, it was always, it's always crazy to me when I think about that story, is because that was before I was cooking money.
Yeah.
I was a teenager, I was 17, and when she called the police on me. And so I was even asked the police, which is, this world so fucked up. I'm like, man, I'm only 17. So in reality, if I do got money to get an apartment, and you saying I really do gotta go, what I'm supposed to do? They said, we don't know. At that moment, I felt like life was real, man. And I swear to God, I just started ripping off my bandages, and I just started walking. I didn't care about I didn't feel my leg no more. I didn't, you know what I mean? And these people don't understand how they create or make us successful people like that. Yeah. I feel like that was the start of, you have to build that heartless emotion to keep on going, because it's either crumble, or grow from that moment. You know what I mean? And shit, I left the house like back then with one shoe, and I'm here from all of that. I felt like that was the birth of this.
Did your mom grow up in the streets as well, or she was kind of?
No, yeah. I mean, the typical hood story. She was born in the 70s, so her mom was on drugs, and the same story everybody got. So once she met my dad, they was young and grown young, having kids. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't fault her. You know what I'm saying? I forgive. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people in the streets got worse stories. There's always everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cause you're really calm, laid back. Is your mom the same way, or is she like?
Nah, she the opposite. Yeah, she the opposite. That's kind of like why we cause she like to party, and you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, into the young girls out here, you know what I'm saying? To have little sons and have little daughters, they taking away the storyline of what they doing to us. You know what I'm saying? How you said, okay, it was heroin, and then in the 60s and the 70s, 80s, they had crack cocaine, and then the 90s, they start hiding an agenda. And I just want to because I see this a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's women out here who rather fly out of town and go party and, spend money on this image. As being a, bad woman out here, being a lit girl, talking to this player, talking to that player, but their kids is not benefiting off of that money. You know what I'm saying? And I want to let them people know that's almost the same as a mother on crack blowing all her money on drugs, as that high of chasing that Instagram fame. Because if you're not at the home cooking, if you're not at the home providing that stability, then what makes you different than the mother on crack? And you're blowing more of it on that than your kids. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, you need to start looking at that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing for the women, with the guys, with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Once I stopped doing all of that, I literally had people who were saying I wasn't lit no more, because I was and property. I was investing in property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy how we will get manipulated to not being smart with our money. You get what I'm saying? I'm looking at these people like, man, I'm probably worth the most I ever been in my life. And my community ain't even supporting it. They're telling me, you ain't, where your new watch at? you ain't bought this.
Yeah.
You get
That's
what
how they
I'm
do
saying?
it.
I'm like, nah. But I'm trying to tell him, like, you know, tell other people, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what that would turn into in a year or two? And that,
Man,
and then
I
if
know
you
exactly where you
refinance, do you
going,
know
man.
about ELOCs? Do you know about refinances? Do you know about, you know, equity? Do you know about appraisals? Do you know about interest rates? Do you know about
Man.
mortgage rates? Do you know? These are things that I'm learning. And I actually feel, people think I'm rich, I actually feel stupid that I wasted so much time. You get what I'm saying? I had a
Yeah.
Lamborghini in my 20s.